So, with that being said, when you start to look at, the third thing we're talking about here, you have to go through the pain. You have to talk about it. You have to do these things because in order to heal, in order
Yeah.
to do these things to grow and to have that purpose or to, rebuild in a sense, you have to do it because if you want to live in the past,
I mean,
good
this
luck.
is what makes this quote like you don't get a healing factor unless you've been hurt. This is what makes it powerful because if you think about like Wolverine and Deadpool, like they don't heal and their healing factor doesn't come into play until what? Until they actually get hurt.
Right. And I mean, you look at Wolverine, who literally almost like, I think in the comic books was literally like a pool of blood. Like Wolverine was so badly injured to the point where like he was like literally a pool of blood. And then all of a sudden, like you see him start to regenerate his whole entire body from the ground, and
Well,
so,
Deadpool in the movie lost his lower half and he
well,
starts
no,
growing
right.
new
Yes.
new friggin' a lower half, like a
No,
whole lower half
right.
of his
But
body.
I'm just throwing it as an example, like to
Yeah.
be a pool of blood and then to be like, okay, I'm coming back now. I mean, how low can you really go? Because
Right.
that's as low as you're probably going to
But
get.
that's what we're saying. Like you don't get that unless you've been hurt. And you can't build resilience unless you have had a point where there's been resistance.
Right. And
If you don't have that resistance, then you don't need the resilience to keep going.
right, because then again, what's your purpose? What is your motivation? What is those things that are keeping you going at this
If
point?
you've never been hurt, then you don't need a healing factor.
Right. Because I guess you just keep on moving, keep on trucking.
So that's really where that power of that quote really comes like forward. And you, if you really do think about it, it's like it's really really powerful.